Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm presenting to you today basic science. My name remains Mr. Bolaji. Definition of maintenance, types of maintenance, explanation of types of maintenance, definition of safety, safety signs, exercise. Those are the things we are going to discuss one after the other in our class today. Maintenance, definition and types. Maintenance is a measure put in place to avoid damage. It can also be defined as an act of using things according to direction. When you use things according to the direction of how the producer states in it or according to the rules, you are maintaining it. Let's take for instance, the producer of techno phone tells you has written in the back of his phone that don't use wire charging, and you don't use wire charging, that is an act of what? Maintenance. Let's start an example again. Example on don't stand on our seats or our tables in the school is an act of what? Maintenance. Because if you stand on it, you damage it easily. It's an act of what? Maintenance. There are three types of maintenance: preventive maintenance, predictive maintenance, corrective maintenance. Again, three types of maintenance: preventive maintenance, predictive maintenance, corrective maintenance. Explanation of types of maintenance. Preventive maintenance is a type of maintenance carried out to avoid damage. The instance I gave to you concerning you not using your phone while you are charging, since the producer has told you not to use the phone while charging, is an act of a preventive maintenance. You are trying to avoid all what could make the phone damage in the nearest future. That is a preventive maintenance. Predictive is when you are using, let's for instance, predictive is when your daddy just took his car key from the dining, went down to the car, put it on the car. When he on the car, he observed that this car's sounds has changed. Immediately he found out it has changed, he off it. He went to the bonnet, he put one or two things into place, do one or two things again, and at the end, close down the bonnet. When he closed down, he went into the car again, put the key and start the car again. After starting the car, he now observed it has brought a normal sound. That is what a predictive maintenance. He predicted that this car wants to develop this fault, and he has tried to put an act to make sure he or she he avoid such things in the near future. So he has put a predictive maintenance act. Predictive maintenance is a type of maintenance carried out to avoid complete damage. He has tried as much as possible to avoid the complete damage by opening the bonnet and putting things intact before starting it again. Corrective maintenance is when the car has spoiled generally. He took it down to the mechanic village. The man repaired it. The man now told him that, this is how you'll be doing it to avoid another damage. You now start doing that. Start doing that every now and then, and the car did not get damaged. That means he has corrected himself after he has damaged it. Normally we do correction after you get something wrong, is it not? When you get something wrong, you do correction. That is what we call corrective maintenance. So we do correction while we have gotten something wrong. Likewise, we should do corrective maintenance to our assets and to our things to avoid Second, damage. Corrective maintenance, a type of maintenance carried out after a complete damage has been what? Repaired. Let's move on. Safety. This is another phase of this class, which is safety generally. The first phase talked about maintenance, types of maintenance. We told ourselves we have three types of maintenance: predictive maintenance, preventive maintenance, and corrective what? Maintenance. One, corrective is a kind of maintenance that it has what? Been repaired before you now put in maintenance factor in it. Predictive is when you envisage that, oh, you observe that this thing want to get spoiled, and at the before getting spoiled, you already correct, you already what? Try as much as possible to avoid that what? Damage. Preventive is when you completely did not allow it to get damaged at all before you put in act of what? Maintenance. Safety. Safety is a measure that should be put in place to avoid accident or danger. That first one was talking about damage. This one is talking about accident or danger. Maintenance talks about avoiding what? Damage. Safety is talking about avoiding danger and what? Accident. Safety mode must be activated everywhere. There are safety rules in your home, school, bus, company, malls, road. You look left and right before you cross is a safety mode. You look very well before you come down from the school bus, before you alighted from the school bus is a safety mode. You look around your seats before you sit down in the class is a safety mode. Let's continue. Examples of safety: social distancing during coronavirus pandemic is an example of what? A safety what? Mode. Because you don't want to contact coronavirus, they tell you, oh, distance yourself. Using of face mask during coronavirus pandemic. Yes, when you use face mask during coronavirus pandemic, you are trying to what? You are trying to you are trying as much as possible to avoid corona what? Virus. Putting on helmet in a construction site. Helmet is a construction site. If you see engineers, they will put on helmet. They are activating safety what? Mode. Avoid using sharp object unnecessarily. When any little thing you want to use sharp object, any little thing you should avoid it. That act is a safety what? Mode. These are signs of safety modes. A lot of signs. Check each of them. You are going to see it there. Warning sign. Warning sign is also a safety word mode. Look at this. All these signs I was talking about safety word mode. Exercise. Define maintenance. List the types of maintenance. State the types of maintenance. Define safety. List examples of safety acts you put in place everywhere. That states the types of maintenance. I know many of you will be, what is uncle saying? What is Mr. Bolaji saying? List and state. Yes. When I'm saying list, just write out preventive maintenance, corrective maintenance, predictive maintenance. But when it comes to states, write it out and explain a little. Write it out and explain a little. Write it out and explain a little. That is the meaning of what? That is the difference between list and state, the types of what? Maintenance. Have a nice time. Remain blessed. Do my assignments. Bye.